This is Colin and Tate reporting in Mesopotamia.
We will interview some people from ancient Mesopotamia. We will ask them questions. But before we get to know them, here are a few facts about Mesopotamia. First, Mesopotamia was surrounded by two rivers, the Tigris and Euphrates. They often flooded, giving Mesopotamia fertile soil.
Mesopotamia was the first known civilization and invented many important things that we use today, such as the first writing system and a number system based on 60. They also invented the wheel and the first ever epic poem.
Okay, here is our first guest. You are a slave, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about Hammurabi's laws?
Hammurabi's laws are very unfair to the lower class such as slaves. The upper class that consists of Hammurabi himself, other kings, and priests. And then there's farmers, artisans, and other peoples that control us slaves. But it's very unfair to the slaves, says if we strike a man of an upper class, then we'll get punished. If they strike us, nothing happens. It's very unfair.
Interesting. What were the main classes in your society?
Like I said, the upper class consists of priests and kings. They controlled everything. The priests would pray and control the city-states, and the kings would control major parts of Mesopotamia. The class below that is the artisans and farmers. They provided most of the people. And then there's a class like me, slaves. We were controlled by the artisans and farmers.
And kings and priests, I guess. So, how do you feel about irrigation?
Irrigation in Mesopotamia is very simple. The Tigris and Euphrates provided irrigation to our whole city. We could control the yearly floodings, although they were very random.
Okay, here is our next guest.
Our next guest is an artisan.
No.
He's a king, the class above artisans. They were important to the whole Mesopotamia. Here he is.
Hello.
What was the first civilization in Mesopotamia?
The first civilization in Mesopotamia was the Sumerians. The Sumerians gave us very good inventions, such as writing.
Okay, that sounds interesting. What is the first known story and how do you feel about it?
The first known story is called Epic of Gilgamesh, and it consisted of gods.
That's very cool. Tell us about your gods. How were they?
There's one of the slaves of it. Our gods are not. We worship our gods. We worship our gods at ziggurats and other temples. Okay, they were polytheistic people. That's me and Tate signing out.